Commons. Today, we welcome Sweet Petunia to Martha's Vineyard. Hi, friends.
Hi.
Hi, thank you so much for coming over. I think we should just first of all, I want to tell you, we've been in this building for like 4 years. This will be the banjo's debut in this building.
What?
And it's
No
not,
way.
I know, I think this is the first time we've had a performer with a banjo, and today it's 2 banjos.
That's crazy.
So let's just do it. Let's just make that, the banjo thing, cross that line of being on MBY. What would you like to do for your first song?
We're going to do a song called Light Switch. It's pretty new.
All right, Sweet Petunia on MBY. MBY Radio at Sweet Petunia live on the air. They're playing today at the Winnetou, 6 o'clock. Free show as part of our summer concert series. All right, let's talk about your path to the banjo. Each of you, who's got the more interesting path to the banjo? Who did you start young? One of you, Marie? Who's?
So neither. I picked up the banjo when I was a first semester college student. There was somebody on my floor who would sit in the lounge and play his banjo, and he was like a bluegrass player, and it was like really, really annoying. He would sit in the lounge and like all the time, but it was really intriguing to me. So over Thanksgiving break, I went home and I bought a banjo, came back to school, got a few lessons from him, and that was history. I was sold.
What do you think was intriguing about it to you? Especially if you found the guy.
Yeah, and he's a friend of mine.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I'll just say that. But I don't know. I think that it was. I had already played guitar, but there's something different about the banjo that I found really appealing.
Yeah.
But I don't know exactly what.
But it still appeals to you, whatever it is. Yeah. What about you, Marie?
I'd always been interested in the banjo. My brother's a banjo player. My great uncle was a banjo player. But when Maddie and I first started out, we would swap instruments a lot. And so when Maddie started to write things on the banjo, I was like, well, I guess I gotta learn the banjo too, so that we can keep swapping.
Yeah. You went to Berkeley School of Music. What was that experience like?
It was, we met a lot of really great people there. We met each other there. We met a lot of people that we're still really good friends with.
Yeah.
Um,
Is it a supportive music scene or competitive?
I think that we stayed out of the competitive places.
Yeah. It's maybe an attitude thing
Yeah.
more than a life thing. You grew up in Virginia.
I did. I grew up in Richmond, Virginia.
So must have grown up with some bluegrass around you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a lot of musicians in my family, so there was a lot of like old time jams growing up,
Yeah.
that sort of thing. My parents were in an Irish American pub band for most of my life, so a lot of that around.
I lived in Virginia for a period of my life, and I would just love that you would go to parties and people brought instruments, because that's not a thing I grew up with in New England. That was part and parcel of the house party. But maybe it is. Maybe if you're a musician, it always is. Maybe every house party you guys go to, you bring your instruments.
Not so much.
Yeah.
That definitely happens.
We're not like what you would call like jammers so much,
Sure.
But it's beautiful. People that do like to do it.
Yeah. Would you say, well, what is the opposite of that? That you're more deliberate, or?
I don't think it's like a deliberate versus like undeliberate thing, because I think that people that are into jamming are very deliberate about the things that they play, but I would not say that the reason I make music is because like I'm an instrumentalist. I would say that I'm like a poet or a songwriter.
Yeah.
So jamming just doesn't really interest me as much personally.
Yeah. It's the lyric writing that's the starting point for you. And you guys write together.
So we do not write together. We will write songs individually and then like bring them to arrange with each other. So we do all of our like arranging together, which is I guess technically writing together, but
Sure.
there's most of a song happening already before.
Is it easy do you find it easy to bring stuff to each other? Like, have you developed a good common language?
I think so. I think we've been doing it for a long time now, so we do a good job of, saying what we like, saying what we don't like, saying what we have in mind for a song that we've brought.
It's a couple of the last people we've had in for interviews. We talk about bands that are democracies or not democracies or whatever. You either have a band leader but when you're two people in a band, there must be a good balance, or you have to work on what the balance is.
Yeah, I'd say it's pretty democratic, but usually the person who wrote the song has the final say.
Sure, that makes sense. You want to play another one?
Sure.
What do you got for us? Tell us about this song and where it came from. While you're tuning up, I'll mention the show is at 6 o'clock today at the Winnetou. It's free. It's part of our summer concert series. You can go to mbyradio.org and look under the events tab to see the whole lineup for the whole summer.
This is a song called Grub. I wrote it about being trans, following the old time tradition of I wish I was a blank in a blank.
Sweet Petunia, live on MBY Radio.
Corporal phone. I already feel like a grub, a squishy little mess of a bug, and I'm hoping someday it'll all go away. I think I know I am a grub. I'm a tiny little squirrel.
Petunia live in the studio. This is my own ignorance of bird watching. When you are you whistling just a melody that you devised, or were you trying to evoke a particular bird sound that you knew?
I'm just whistling.
I don't overcomplicate it.
I don't know birds like that.
Well, it was beautiful.
Thank you.
I'll ask this question to both of you. Can you guys remember a point in your life where you're like, oh, I can sing? Like, when did you discover that in yourselves? Like, because that singing right there was so like powerful and big, and kids don't just come by that naturally, or maybe they do. Maybe you were just a kid who always sang out. But did you have to like work yourself up to be able to go so full throated like that?
I mean, I feel like I've been singing as long as I can remember. Like I said, my parents had that band. My mom was up on stage, pregnant with me before she gave birth.
Oh wow.
So I feel like I've always really been singing.
Yeah. Like it was never a question. It was just something you did.
Yeah.
What about you, Nettie?
Nobody in my family made music at all. So I remember being like 6 years old, and I couldn't sleep, and so I came downstairs. My parents were watching American Idol, and I remember this because but apparently I was like just absorbed by that. And then the next night, my parents were tucking me into bed, and they used to sing "Twinkle Twinkle Little Star" every night to put me to bed. That was like what was like, okay, good night.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna sing it tonight. And I did, and my parents were like, wait, what? She's actually kind of good. I don't remember doing that, but apparently that's what I did. So.
They knew how to foster it.
Yeah. So.
Oh, that's so sweet. I love that story. I just learned as you walked in the door, you guys both work at Club Basim. Can you talk a little bit about that? Because I know, like, internally here we have a good relationship with that organization. We know they're very supportive of musicians and get musicians working in there. But can you maybe talk about what that experience is?
Yeah, so I work downstairs in the club for the most part. I serve, I do the box office, I do the live stream, and I also teach upstairs in the School of Music, and Maddie and I have done a class together there a couple of times, a vocal harmony class. It's a cool place to work, because like you said, most of the people that work there are musicians as well, so it's very inspiring to see the things that our coworkers are doing, and then the performers that come through. So yeah, it's a really special community in a lot of ways.
Yeah. What have you seen there that really inspired you, whether it's coworkers or shows that you were part of?
Our coworker and friend Rachel Sumner just won the Telluride Bluegrass Festival contest, and that was so incredible and inspiring. She's someone who works really, really hard and is really talented and kind, and so she's always a really cool person to watch.
Nice. Did anything else pop to your mind, Maddie?
No, that was
No. That's your choice too. All right. Well, Sweet Petunia is going to play at the Winnetou this afternoon at 6 o'clock. Can you play one more song for us and tell us maybe a little bit something about it?
Sure. So the last song we're gonna play today is called "Quill Too Big to Fold." It's the only one we've played today. You can go and look up after if you want to hear it again. But it's a work of historical fiction centered around the AIDS Memorial Quilt, which is the largest piece of folk art in the world. Basically, the family members and loved ones of individuals who passed from AIDS were invited to create quilt squares the size of the average coffin and adorn them with mementos and memories of the loved one, basically, who passed. So it's our tribute to anybody who knows somebody who was lost to the ongoing AIDS epidemic in the country and in this world. So.
Here's Sweet Petunia live on MBY.
23 when I took up a bird. She was beautiful, her hair was shining gold. Didn't care that she looked just like me. When I was scared, oh, she could be so bold. Think of all the things that I was told. All the time she kissed me on that cheek, saying, Nancy, you're the smartest girl I know, but all you do is sit all day and sew. Mama told me I was just a sinner, said it was like Jesus had foretold. Don't know why this is my cross to bear, don't know why this is my weight to hold. All around me people seem to scold, but heaven's here when she looks right at me, saying, Nancy, you're the smartest girl I know, but all you do is sit all day and sew. Walking through the room as she got sicker, feeling like I'm already alone. Soon as she couldn't lift her own head, lying next to her she felt so cold. Thought I'd see the two of us grow old. She'd tease me like she did when we were young. She'd say, Nancy, you're the smartest girl I know, but all you do is sit all day and sew. Didn't even get to send her off right, all the poor excuses I was sold. From a government who doesn't hear me, now I'm stitching up a quilt too big to fold. Think of all the things that I was told. All the time she'd kiss me on the cheek, saying, Nancy, you're the smartest girl I know, but all you do is sit all day and sew. Now I'm stitching up a quilt too big to
MDY Radio, that's Sweet Petunia. Performing today, 6 o'clock at the Winnetou Oceanside Resort in Katama here in Martha's Vineyard, and then tomorrow, 6 o'clock at Mashpee Commons in Mashpee. It's a free show. Come and see these folks put those harmonies together live and in person. You'll be impressed. Thank you guys so much for coming in today and making the trip over to on the boat.
Thank you so much for having us.
All right, and we'll see you tonight here in Martha's Vineyard and tomorrow on Cape Cod.